Meet me. Welcome back, boys. We hit a milestone today, so I do account overviews at subscriber milestones, and we finally hit 5 digits. So this is going to be my 10,000 subscriber account overview. Um, for those who have been subbed to me for a while, I did my 1,000 sub overview last May, like the end of May. So in about 10 months, we grew tenfold. So that's pretty cool. So thanks to all of you. And today in this video, I'll go over all my heroes. And the second part will be I'll go over my plans for this channel and this account. So let's just get started. So, topic number one, people are always asking me about my heroes. So I like to do one of these at least like every 2-3 months, because anytime people watch my RTA or Guild Wars videos, they're always like stats, stats, stats. I don't really change my units much, so if you look at my last account overview video, it's probably reasonably up to date unless it's something I just built. So we're going to use one of your brilliant ideas and sort by CP. I don't usually do that just because it underrepresents like knights and soul weavers and stuff, but we'll just skip over those. So RB, you guys know this. My RB has not changed in like half a year, I feel like, so he's the same. 4K attack, decent speed, 100% crit, basic speed RB build. Tomoka has also not changed much. I made her a little faster than a few months back, but otherwise pretty much the same. My SSB has changed a lot. Obviously, this is not PvP viable, but she's on a Wyvern one-shot build right now, so she's just pretty fast and very strong. Just a full DPS build. S10A, I think she's fine. I think I would like a little bit more HP on her. Damage-wise, I think she's perfectly fine. I used to run around 3k attack, 270 crit damage, so she hits harder than she used to. She's on Violin right now only because I've been using her on 813. My 813 team is horrible, but I don't care. But normally she would be on Tagahells. Judge Kisei, I don't really use her for anything, but just basic Judge Kisei stats, nothing special about her. T-Surin, I'm perfectly fine with my T-Surin. Obviously, she's on 3 perps and an 85, so her stats could be better. But when I do draft her, this build works fine, no problems with her. This is my Akoli. Not very good, not fully reforged, not very fast, and doesn't hit all that hard. But against certain teams, she is fun to use. If I can find more gear for her, I wouldn't mind making her better, but again, gear is a B. Landy, her gear is a little worse than it used to be. I think SSB might have stolen one or two of her pieces. She's a little bit tankier than she needs to be and not quite as strong. So ideally, I would get some of this bulk off and put it into crit chance and crit damage. But again, I'm not really PvPing that much right now, so it doesn't really matter. Basic OpSig build for arena offense, just slow and hits hard. Wyvern one-shot Sigrid on Rage set. Again, nothing special here. Pretty beefy. LQC. This is a hero I really want to build and use a lot and make better. I just don't have the gear to make it work. Like, she's on some pretty shoddy pieces. Like, this thing's pretty garbo. I guess I can actually modify it to make it a little better. I'll wait for just a greater gem or something. Like, this wouldn't be too terrible, actually. But I do intend to work on my LQC. I think she's pretty good in RTA right now, so... Crayon, again, like 67 gear, 75 gear. Don't use him that much anymore just because there have been so many dispelling heroes, and Kayron kind of sucks without immunity. But nothing special, but I have no complaints. I use him occasionally. Politica I never use, I don't cleave. If you see me draft Politica, I'm just straight up trolling. Like, look at this slow-ass Politica 256. Never use her. Ravi, want to replace her helm and boots if I can get a decent epic, but I don't do Banshees right now, so her shot at getting an upgrade is pretty low. But overall, my Ravi has been slaying it when I use her in all content. Arena, RTA, Guild Wars. Perfectly fine, no problems with her. Cerise, a little on the slower end, but fine. If I ever get crazy speed rolls, I'll try to get her 300 speed. But again, when I do draft Cerise, she does end up going first like 85% of the time, so it's good enough. As long as you go first, who cares? Champ Z, meh. I don't really use him that much anymore, except against, super heavy debuff comps. His gear is pretty bad. It's mostly 88 Abyss gear. Celine, don't use this either. She's weak. She's not moled. But, in RTA, I might be able to draft her against some people who are going Oxlots or something, which is pretty rare nowadays. Karen is Garbo. She's just a Wyvern one-shot build if you watch that video. Same stats. Cdom also pretty Garbo. Again, I don't cleave much, so I didn't care about her. She is an animal, but not mine. Again, like any cleave-based unit, I'm unlikely to have invested many resources into at this point. Gunther, as you can see, I don't care about him. Still has 5k attack somehow, but Valencia, don't use her much either, but I think she's fine with these stats. She is on immunity, is a pocket pick, pretty solid. Alots, slow, Garbo, he's on like backup gear, so he has like no HP anymore. This is a pretty bad Alots. Don't care about him. ML10 has not changed in a year. Charles, I never use. He's basically benched permanently at this point. This is my Bazaar. Used him a lot in RTA. Definitely doesn't have the best gear, but it's fine. He gets the job done. Certainly not super tanky or super fast or anything, but he does his Bazaar thing still, so no problem. Sermia, don't care. Acid, don't have the gear. D-Corv, who cares about his stats? Any stats work in Guild Wars. If you want to RTA, you'd probably want Effect Res on Stratcon, but again, I don't have the gear for that, so. Lilius also hasn't changed. Average build, nothing special or amazing, but she does her job. Fighter Maya, I want to really get much better gear for her because I love using Fighter Maya. I can't bring myself to reforge junk like this though, but honestly, she gets the job done even with these stats. If I can get her to like 230, 240 crit damage, I think she'd be really scary. But she's on actually this helm is pretty damn good for her. Some of these other pieces are pretty meh. But I'll try to fix her up. Crow, nothing special, pretty bad. I saw this YouTube video where this guy basically had the same stats as me, but 30k HP. I'm assuming he had like some imprints. I have one imprint, the most important one, the first one. And I was just blown away. Like, Jesus, some of these guys have crazy gear. But Frau has become very popular. I mean, he's been popular for every season. But at the end of last season, he came back in a big way because of G-Purge. I do really need to invest more in him. Delabet, her stats are Garbo. Whatever. I don't really care about her that much because you're only going to bring her against debuff comps. And in that case, what is she using? I've been drafting her in RTA sometimes. She's had this thing on her the entire time. Whatever. FCC has not changed in forever. These are my FCC stats. Kind of a balanced build. Not that much HP compared to some other FCCs out there. Amomo, poor Amomo is benched on Garbo gear. LR Krau's gear is okay. I would like to get him more closer to like 250 speed. I just don't have the gear for it, but I use them all the time. These stats work fine, but I think I can get away with a little less defense and try to punch those stats back into speed. This I don't use. She's on average gear, but she works. Flurry I made a lot better. Still not quite as fast as I want her to be. I kind of want to push like a 285 to 290 Flurry to contest some Cerises out there. I think that'd be pretty scary. But like there's some room for improvement. Like this is 19. The helm I could probably get another like 3 to 7 speed out of if I could get something good. This might be my fastest helm. This I made recently. This is pretty beast for Flurry. So I'm pretty happy with this piece. This thing kind of sucks. If I could get her like a 20 speed health ring and like a 20 speed helmet, that's 3 plus 7. That's 291 right there. So that's kind of something I'm hoping for that I'll get before RTA really heats up. G purchased, I don't need him for Wyvern anymore. Again, he's on some kind of weird PvP build. Ideally, I want to get more crit chance on him, maybe more crit damage, more everything to be honest, but whatever. And he's slower. Like when I was actually RTAing last season, I had him around 235 because I wanted him to go before my most common DPS and get that attack buff. But again, I'm not RTAing right now, so it doesn't really matter. A-Ros hasn't changed. Troublemaker I might build again. I do have him very, very molud because I used to love using him with ML Ken. Oh, wow. I still have some imprints to give him. But for now, he's still benched. Holiday Athene, I plan to build more to deal with Bassars. She's a project, but I just don't have the gear. Common theme, right? I just don't have the gear. Ruel has not changed in ages. Fairy Tale Tenebria got worse because I think Flurry stole a few of her pieces. Dizzy has not changed in ages, barely use her. Deanna I use occasionally, but still she hasn't changed. This is probably the same as the last time you saw it. You'll notice she has no artifact because S10A stole it. Don't use this. Use this pretty often, but her gear doesn't really matter, so she's on garbage gear. Garbage gear don't use. And then we're getting into clearly lower CP units that I don't really use, so I'll just go through them one by one real quick, just in case you guys are curious about the stats, but really their stats don't matter. And now we're at the 5 stars, so I think we can say that's it for heroes. So I think that covers everything that's actually geared that I can use. So one quick thing I wanted to show is my gear situation. I'm not going to show you every piece of gear, obviously, but I just want to show you the progression on how much gear I actually have now. So I think the easiest way to tell is just counting the reforce. So 1, 2, 3. Well, wait, did I count that wrong? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23. So 23 times 9 is like around 210. So we have around 210 reforged pieces. So you say that a hero uses 6 pieces, so I can theoretically, I mean, obviously it's not evenly distributed, but theoretically I can have 35 fully reforged heroes, something around that. So uh, the problem is a lot of that reforged stuff is actually garbage because I kind of got to the point where I have plenty of reforged mats, but not enough gear to use it on. So in the beginning, I was very selective. Nowadays, I'll just reforge just about anything. Um, so probably like 120 of those reforged pieces are still worse than very well rolled 85s. But whatever, you got to get gear somehow. It's a grind for everyone. So I think that covers heroes and gear. Let's go into plans. So what are my plans for my account and this channel? Well, if you've been following, last season we ended around top 300 RTA. Can I get Legend? I don't know. But really, there's nothing left for me in this game to do other than try for that. Did top 100 Guild Wars, did Legend Arena, so really, all I can really do is pursue the higher ranks in RTA. So, for reference, last season, I think Legend cutoff was like 4150 to 42, and I peaked around 3950. So I was about 200 MMR short. So if you watch my April Fool's video, you'll notice that I spent the vast majority of my sky stones on bookmarks. Why did I do that, and why did I have so many sky? Because people always ask me, why do you have so many sky stones? It's because I don't farm, guys. I don't really farm. Um, and that's what really holds me back because all the top players are just grinding, grinding, grinding all the day, all the time, and buying packs and stuff. I didn't really do that. Like I still have plenty of leaves after this last weekend's hunt event. I still have like 28k, 14k skystone, which is good for 28k energy, and yeah, I'm never going to progress if I don't use all these resources. So That's why I built that Wyvern one-shot team. For now, I'm still kind of hoarding resources a little bit because this last hunt event I wasn't that efficient because it was Easter. But the next time it rolls around with my 1 minute team, I calculated I should be able to blow around 20k-ish energy per day of a hunt event. So my plan is to always have, in case it's a 2 day hunt event, at least 40k worth of energy banked and just blow it all and try to get gear. Unfortunately, my last hunt event sucked. I didn't get anything usable, but hey, it's just a numbers game. Got to keep grinding. And my hope is, as I get better gear, I can compete better with some of these top whales out there with insane gear. And the other goal I have is I think one of the things that hurts me in RTA a lot is I'm missing some core meta heroes, which sounds crazy, right? Because I have so many heroes in this game. But A Tywin and Blood Moon Haste and to a lesser degree, Briarwitch Remnant and Sage Ball. I think those are all very good picks. A Tywin and A Tywin especially, you could pretty much draft him anywhere. And Blood Moon Haste would be really good for dealing with RB teams, things like that. And Rylot, since I want to use Flurry more, Rylot and that Flurry are a very dangerous pair because if you draft Flurry, Rylot, and some random scary thing that counters their team, they're in a bad spot because they have to pick between something getting one-shotted and dealing with whatever toxic hero you drafted. So I'm waiting for those heroes to come out, but of course they never seem to be in this damn Galaxy coin rotation. I have enough currency to buy it because Silverblade Araminta keeps coming to me, but we'll just wait and hopefully I can get those heroes. Pack wise, I still buy the monthly packs. I have not bought anything else. Um, Again, I don't really like buying too much, but I'm not against it. I will buy Mystics whenever necessary to pull the new ML5s using the YouTube money. I mean, full disclosure, not a secret. I make around $500 to $600 a month from this channel, which basically just is my pack budget. Actually, I might lose out a little bit after taxes because I have to pay taxes on that stuff. But who knows? I don't care. The point is, it doesn't really cost me anything to buy these packs, so I might even just buy these Mystics later and maybe these 2 packs. I don't know. But in general, I don't really buy many packs. But I think I'll just follow my same thing that I always told you guys in that regard. So if people ask me about packs, what do I buy? I never buy anything except the special event packs, and the max value Mystic pack. I have never bought any of these. I've bought a bunch of these though. So if you guys are curious what packs Dr. Squirrel buys, only the special packs. Don't buy this. This thing's hot garbage. If you're gonna buy stuff, buy these, and definitely buy these. These are by far the best bang for the buck. And this is a secret to a lot of Sky Stones. Very cheap way to get Sky Stones. So, yeah. I mean, another thing I've been doing completely off topic is I haven't been playing as much E7 because I've been hooked on Among Us, which is a dumb game, but it reminds me a lot of a StarCraft custom game I used to play, so I got hooked on that. So maybe I'll even do some Among Us videos or something if I feel bored. But in general, those are my plans. It's just to keep grinding. That's what Epic 7 is when you get to the end game, boys. I don't have any PvE goals left. It's really just grinding, getting better gear, getting better heroes, and trying my best to compete in the upper echelons of RTA. Maybe I can get top 200 this season instead of top 300. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this account overview video. I hope that answered some burning questions you might have about how my heroes are geared and stuff. I have no secrets about my account. And till next time, peace out, boys.